What's up, guys and gals? It's time to loot again and hopefully regain some of the stuff that we lost in the previous... I tried to fight a bear. I was trying to increase my credibility. In all fairness, would you fight a guy in the apocalypse who had killed a bear with a bow that he'd made out of a stick? I mean, honestly. So anyways, we're back in that suburb. That's pretty sweet. So I know where we are right now. We're actually in that suburb that we were in the previous couple episodes. Right after the server went... or right before the server went down and right after the server came up. The respawns here seem to be done. I don't know. I went through some of the cabinets before I started the episode off. And it seemed like a lot of it was still like here. I don't know. I got some cloth and some other little goodies. Like random things that'll be useful later on. I don't think I can loot that right there. This I can though. But either way, actually what I'm really interested in is seeing if maybe we can regain some of the loot that we already had when we got killed by the bear. The despawn rates on loot in this game are actually really high. So I'm not going to get my hopes up that we'll be able to walk back over here and find our loot bag. It's also been like 25 minutes. Somebody could have walked by. In fact, I hope I did. I actually kind of hope that's what happened, to be fair. Like, I don't really care about getting killed in games like this. Like, some people seem to get really salty about it. But for me, I don't know. If part of the fun is killing other people and taking their stuff, like, that's just the fact of the matter with this game. It is a PvP game from the ground up. It was never intended to be played in a way where everybody, like, holds hands and dances around fires and things. However, there are PvE servers, so at least you have the option in this game if you want to go there. God, we still have that. Okay, I found a fire axe, by the way, in between episodes. It was in one of the cars. So we've got a fire axe now. We've got a bow. We've got some arrows. I did some basically, like, drudge work in between. In fact, if I could deal with that deer right now, that's what I'm going to try and do. What is this? Where are we? Okay, so Lone Pine Development's over there on the left. I think up here is where we got killed on Greenhorn Road, so I think that's where we're going to follow it around. We may attempt to, like, do some deer hunting, though, while we're out here. I know it's dark, so hang with me. It's really dark. Unfortunately, you can't, like, have a flashlight on your chest. Like, they make flashlights that attach to your backpack that go on your chest. That's an iffy shot. It's very iffy. With the other bow, the trajectory is different between the two bows, too. So for the good bow that you make with twine, the trajectory of the arrow is very different. Like, it actually flies straighter and farther, whereas the makeshift bow has kind of like a twang, like kind of like a, I don't know, it's almost like you're heaving it slightly. I don't know, the arrow doesn't seem like it moves quite as fast with this bow. Either way, we're going to go down this way. We're going to try and go to Green Pine Road and see if our bag is still in the middle of the street. If it isn't, then, oh well, we'll start over, I guess. I mean, we're already pretty well off. The only thing we're lacking at this point is the backpack. If we can find a backpack, then life is good, but up until then, I was going to go back and fight the guy at the church, but in between episodes, I looked around there, and it looks like he left. I'm not sure. He wasn't there. I ran around for a little bit with my finger hovering over the record button just to see what would happen, and he wasn't anywhere to be found, I don't think. Let me deal with this Zed real fast. I can't. That's not what there. Did I get him? Oh, shit. Yeah. I feel like I'm launching a missile right now. Like, the arrow really doesn't feel like it fly. Oh, he's fast. Okay. Alright, right in the face. Calm down. I realize I shot at you. I broke the pivotal rule of the apocalypse. Don't shoot at people. Gotcha. I'm not going to get my arrows back, am I? Oh, well, it's easy to make arrows. I don't get bummed out about it like I do in some other games. When I lose my arrows in some games, I'm just like, ugh. When I lose my arrows in real life, I get upset, to be honest. I used to shoot archery all the time. I had a, I think the last bow I pulled was like a 60-pound longbow, maybe? A 55, maybe a 60? I don't know. It's been a long time. But anyways, I used to shoot bows all the time because I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't a compound bow either. It was like one of the old school ones that you got to be like, whoop, and pull that thing out. When you got to string it too, you got to get used to that. My dad taught me how to string a bow when I was probably like 5 or 6 years old, actually, where you got to put your foot on the bottom and then you kind of lean on it, but you got to know just how much to lean on it because you don't want to mess the bow up. I mean, honestly, the bow's so stiff anyways, chances are you're not going to snap it in half or anything. But yeah, that's one of my memories as a kid. My dad took me out and showed me how to string a bow and everything else. I used to shoot archery a lot back when I was younger, but then I just haven't done it in a long time. Maybe I should. But yeah, I used to buy, you go buy arrows at the sports, like, authority or whatever. Buy yourself, like, a big old thing of arrows, and then, you know, you'd have them, you'd shoot for a couple days, and they'd go missing just because it's crabgrass. Crabgrass is the natural enemy of the arrow. Like, you don't know about this until you shoot, but when you fire an arrow, a lot of the time it dives underneath the grass, like, not even into it, like, underneath, down under, and it just becomes very difficult to see them, even if they're, like, neon colors. It can be a huge pain in the ass to find. Wait, what? Is that a t-shirt? I don't see a t-shirt. Where's the t-shirt? Oh, it's right there. Huh, I totally missed that. Oh, man, I can't take the scraps of cloth. Why? Oh, because I'm full up. Let's get rid of... Here, put those over there. Throw those in there. So now we have scraps of cloth, but still not enough to make ourselves a pack for now. We're going to make ourselves the makeshift backpack. I'm actually a little bit stoked that we died because it allows me to show off some of the crafting elements a little bit more. If you find a lot of the stuff you need, it pretty much precludes you from ever having to craft anything. These might be bugged. Maybe. I'll take a look and see what loot's here in a second once the flashlight's back up. It's too dark right now. For those of you that wanted me to turn the gamma up, there's no gamma settings in the game. So unfortunately, there's nowhere inside of the game that you can raise the brightness. Oh shit. Nope. Sociopath simulator. Every single room, man. Every place you go, there's somebody taking a shot at you, no matter what. Ain't got nothing to loot, and this dipshit chasing me down the road for nothing. You can't shoot worth ass anyways. Shane63, you're an asshole, man, and I got you on camera being an asshole. Yeah, good luck with that. I'd taunt him right now. I always taunt people in games like this, because they can't shoot worth ass, but it's just kind of like one of those things. Unfortunately, since he's got me on the defensive, it puts me in like this weird situation where... Ooh, we're actually at that green road where the bear killed us. That's not good, actually. That's really, really bad. Because that means I'm about to run straight by my loot bag and maybe... We got killed right around this bush. I remember that. I don't know, we might be slightly off to the side. There's an arrow right there. I think we lost dude. Yeah, there's an arrow right there. I don't know if that was my arrow that I fired at. I don't know. We may want to use the proximity controls just to see. We died around here somewhere. I thought it was further back behind us, though, so maybe. Just maybe. But I know I've heard people complain about the fact that the despawn rate in this game is really, really high. Like, loot bags, I think, disappear after, like, 15, 20 minutes. And honestly, I've spent a lot of time, like, in the last episode or two just getting chased by guys that want to kill me. I don't know why everybody's so hostile. It's weird because, like, in the stream, everybody was friendly. When I was streaming, like, all day yesterday, everybody we met was just, like, chill. You'd be like, hey, man, what's up? And, like, we'd hang out and maybe, like, you know, guard each other for a second real fast. I mean, just quick cooperation to make sure that we all survive, you know what I mean? But, like, ever since I got off the stream, it's like everybody's trying to kill my ass. It's terrifying. It's horrible. So if you go back down that road right there, it'll take you to the motel and some of the other places. But for now, I actually don't think that's the best idea. So what I may do... That's probably the bear that killed us right there. That's probably the dude. Yep, that's him. If he's got an arrow sticking out of him, that's the bear. Damn. Our loot bag should be back here somewhere. I'm going to give it a once more. I'll be back. Okay, well, I walked the entire Green Hills whatever road, and unfortunately there's nothing out here. We didn't find our bag. Either somebody looted. The problem is that we died in the middle of the street, and so there's no way to find it anyways. It's pretty dark out right now, and honestly, I've been running around just collecting blackberries because I don't want our character to starve to death. But other than that, there's not a whole lot left going on. There's an overpass over here, or like a little underpass through the mountain, I guess. Sort of like a modern day... I need a stick, by the way. There we go. What are we going to do with said stick? We're going to take a plank, we're going to take a stick, and we're going to take a cloth. We're going to go, BRAM! And it's going to make us a bow drill. After that, we're going to put that over there. Let's make the bow drill right now so that hunting becomes viable. That's why you would make the bow drill, by the way, just in case. The bow drill is also very, very small. It doesn't take up much space, so that's the nice thing about it. Because we have a fire axe, we can chop down trees, which gives us an endless supply of campfires, which is pretty awesome. And then on the other side, we can hunt animals now. I would like a better weapon, honestly, before I hunt any animals. But let's check these cars over here. I don't know, I may have come back prematurely, unfortunately, just based on the fact that I'm excited about playing the game and I want to make videos. It's binoculars. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so we got this guy over here. I was going to say, there's got to be... Oh, dude, he juked it. Like the way his little soggy head moves around. Oh, that little left juke that he does before he swings. That's so annoying. Hold on, we got to get some ground on him, even though he's pretty quick. There. That should be it for him. However, the act of killing zombies in this game has the unintended effect of calling zombies in from super far away, even if you do it with a bow. Even if you do it with a bow, they come out from everywhere. So we got binoculars, that's pretty sweet. I mean, it doesn't make up for a compass. I'm a little bit bummed about the compass still, but what are you going to do? Where do my arrows go? They got to be over... I don't care. They're made out of sticks. There's like dozens of sticks along the sides of all of this. Nothing in that car. We got binoculars out of that one. Anything in here? Nay, said the horse. Alright, well, I'll probably continue just grabbing blackberries and things as I run along, because honestly our character's kind of like starving to death. We haven't found anything worth looting just yet. Even on the hardcore server, it's starting to feel a little bit looted out at the moment. It's unfortunate, because I thought today's patch was going to fix hunger and thirst, and then I thought today's patch was going to increase the loot drops, but the game patched, it came back up, and nothing appears to have changed. I don't know, there's loot around. It's just not everywhere. Oh, good, there's a Zed right there just randomly wandering through the forest. He's having himself a little walk. Ah, well. Appears as though we have a house on a hill here. So let's go ahead and have a look at it. I'm trying to make this like as streamlined as possible, but honestly, there's so many like big walking distances in this game that you end up doing that it's just kind of like mind-blowing sometimes. Okay, I know where we are now too. If we keep going this way, we're going to be on the other side of the mud pit. And there's a map out. Oh, the door's closed. That's always... Oh, back door's open. Well, that's what happens. I deserve it for getting prematurely excited. And not thinking that perhaps a door might also have a sister door on the other side of the building. This place has already been hit. Everything has, to be honest. Like, even on the low pop servers now, everything's gone. I'm not sure. It definitely does not make people feel any better about the whole let's buy some gear system. I'll say that. Like, we had some luck, though, a couple episodes ago. I just kind of wanted a zombie by the door over there. Thought that chair was a backpack for a second. I'm becoming slowly senile by this whole experience. This right here is like a subdivision thing that they're starting to build. I think I showed it off already. I'm not sure. Did I show you off Mud Pit? No. Alright, that's what the Mud Pit sounds like. I'm the Mud Pit. You can't really tell what he's saying. It's kind of like a blubbery... You know. That's kind of how it works. You can't really help it. It's a speech impediment. They tried to put him in classes to make it better, but frankly, that just made all of the other mud piles make fun of him. It's rough. It's a hard knock life out here if you are a mud pit. So let's hit these houses over here, and if there's nothing in there, obviously we'll transition to another area as quickly as possible. However, we should have a little bit. How could you not jump? That's like nothing. How could you not jump? The fall damage in this game is way too high. Like, it's way too frequent, too. You fall off of like a 6-inch surface, and your character's like, "Argh!" and like hurts his ankle. I think up here, you might be able to get sticks off these trees, too. Yeah, you can get sticks off those trees. I'm full at the moment, in case you were wondering. I can't pick up anything. We are totally full up. However, any crates up and in here? No, no crates. There will be an office over here, a map over there. Maybe we'll go to the south end of the map. This end of the map tends to be more populated, though, because I think there's actually not an equal amount of spawns in the game. I find that more frequently I spawn on this side of the map than that side of the map over there. But this is kind of like one of the locations that sort of cuts it in half. Not totally, but still. Still no car parts, weirdly enough. When I was playing on the stream last night, there were car parts like in all of the cars. They were all missing like 1 or 2 parts, though. Let's be careful about this, because this actually is a high volume area. A lot of people come through here. So honestly, other than like a cursory glance or whatever, you've got to be aware that somebody might try to take a piece out of you in this area. However, we'll take a look just in case. Nothing in the cabinets. Yeah, this place is done. It actually becomes like an irritant after a while how little loot there is. Especially after they said they're going to address the issue. Like, they posted like 2 days about like increasing the loot frequency. I would assume that it's just like one integer value or something that they need to quickly just like tailor it real fast. Like, don't overdo it, but if it's set at like, you know, 0.01 or something right now, set it to like 0.03 or something real fast, because as it stands right now, not a single bit of loot in like 2 episodes. 2 entire episodes, we've found nothing. It's not like I'm not angry, it's just kind of like one of those things like, how could this be? Like, clearly there were beta testers. I remember people posting footage up on YouTube way before it came out on Steam, and like, I'm sure this was probably raised as a concern at some point, like, where is all the loot at? I mean, it's no different than, I can't be disingenuous about it, because it's no different than when DayZ SA came out, where nothing respawned and nobody knew you had to reset the servers like every 5 minutes to make it work yet. But at the same time, it's a deterrent to like the long-term gameplay. Like, some people are just going to jump in and just be like, alright, and quit playing after they run through like 5 towns without finding anything. They need to raise the loot spawns. I'm not going to say they need to spawn like every 10 seconds, but seriously, the loot spawns definitely need to be tailored upwards, because this is a major, major issue like that I'm seeing with the game right now. I may try to hunt a deer in just a second, because we don't really have much of a choice, and frankly, I'm kind of tired of running around looking for random stuff. Like, we found basically nothing this entire time, so... There's a plastic bottle. Anybody want a plastic bottle? I don't know why plastic bottles take up so much space. It's odd that they take up that much space. I don't even think that I really need the binoculars. I'm keeping them just in case. Like, I don't really scout locations or whatever. We can make swizzle if we have cold medicine. Let's see here. We can take the... Basically, you take the pseudoephedrine out of it, and then you mix it with water and something else, and you'll get swizzle out, which is a drug that does something in this game. I don't know. I never took the swizzle. I've made it before, but I've never actually used it. I had to end the stream real fast last time. I think a deer hunt's probably in order. This is sort of sucking right now. So anyways, let's go see if we can get lucky with our little amigo. The deer just like, they do weird stuff. I mean, they're aware of us. That's the main problem. You can't really sneak up on them either. They have like a really, really weird radius where they just take off. Actually, I have more luck meleeing deer to death than anything else, so I may just attempt that. See if we can run them down real fast, because they have these spontaneous points at which I think they stop and they check for like a server position or something. I don't know. But we're going to axe it to death because trying to hit it with a bow is not working for me. Yeah, run away finally. That's a smart move. Evolutionary viability. Yeah, I think it has something to do with the way that they calculate like where they are on the map in the game. I don't really want the deer bladder. The animal fat might be useful. The venison is super useful. Let me dump some sticks right now. No, all of you. All of you out. Right now. There we go. So that'll free up a little bit of space. But sans backpack and sans cloth at the moment. I can tear up my shirt, but then I lose all my storage space. You see what I mean? So anyways, because I can make a fire, we have a fire bow, so that solves like some of our problems. Not all of them, but some of them. We can make a fire and we can cook up some of this meat, and I think that's what I'm going to do right now so that we can fix our energy situation. And then once we have some new energy solutions, life will be at least slightly better, because it's one less thing for me to worry about. I'm going to try and get this zombie right here, even though he's like aware of us. What I really need is a better mouse right now. I realize it's a poor carpenter that blames his tools, but frankly, between the inability to see because the game's so damn dark. Oh my god, are you serious right now? He's coming at us at an angle, and I shot as though he was coming straight at us. How was that a miss? That seems unlikely too. Both of those seem like hits. What the hell is going on right there? I don't even know what just happened. Alright, whatever. Forget this. Apparently an arrow to the face will kill him instantly, but an axe to the face, no. Definitely not good enough. Come on, fall down. Be dead. Apparently I have awful aim. I don't know. The running ones, they're always coming at me at an angle, so I miss. Because you just like, you don't lead them slightly. And even then you don't know you need to lead them because they're coming at you in kind of like a deceptive way almost. The trigonometry doesn't feel right to me, and so I always mess it up. You guys know that by at this point, I am not the best FPS player. I'm using like a mouse that came with like some other thing that I bought too. I need to go buy another gaming mouse, but I broke my other one. So, I'm going to kill this deer too. This deer is done for. Come here, deer. Would you like to hang out with me? This is not the Disney-approved version of adventuring right now. This is the version where Bambi gets hit with an axe in the first 5 minutes of the movie, and then the guy rips her apart and then eats him. Wait, Bambi was a male. I forgot about that. I can chop down this tree right now, which is exactly what we're going to do. And chopping down the tree... it'll take a second. There it goes. We got 2 wood logs. That's fine, because that's actually exactly what we needed. So where are they? They're on the ground right there. Can I craft using stuff on the ground right now? I can. Awesome. Okay. I was a little bit worried about that for a second. So we made ourselves a campfire. That should be in our inventory somewhere. Or maybe laying on the ground. Oh, no, it just deployed it where the logs were. Okay. So we can use the campfire. Where's my fire bow at? There, the bow drill will ignite. Oh, wow, that takes a while. Okay. Let's keep our ear to the ground for right now. We're making this fire in a stupid spot, by the way. I know how stupid it is to make a fire right here. I am aware. I'm aware. Don't worry. Stay with me, everybody. And then we're just going to cook this venison up, and then we'll get the hell out of here. There it is. So throw the venison onto there. We'll do some research right now while we're doing nothing else. You can turn animal fat into biofuel. Scrap some salt packets, and we don't have the other thing. I think you need sugar, salt, and something else. I'm going to eat that right where we're sitting. It'll give you 50% energy, so if you're having trouble staying ahead of your hunger curve, eat some venison steaks, I guess. If you've got the bow drill, it's not that big of a deal anyways, because it's easy to make fires. It's also pretty easy to run down a deer and kill him, so eh. Alright, so that's right there. It actually doesn't throw much light, weirdly enough. But it might attract somebody. I don't know, I used to booby trap people. I used to jump people that way in other games. You put a fire out in the middle of nowhere. Somebody come and investigate. Like, you put a fire out in the middle of nowhere, and then you drop, like, a loot bag, which is, like, something little next to the fire. Somebody comes over to investigate, and you blast them. Or you build, like, a storage chest next to it. And when they come over to look, you nail them in the face with a sniper rifle round. It's humorous every time. many people do you figure have, like, come up here and, like, declared themselves king of the world? Anyways, I've just been walking around. It's been like 20 minutes since the last little piece of the episode. Frankly, it's hard getting around in this game. It's kind of like, it's not hard, it's just time consuming. You just gotta walk forever. As you can see, our energy is already down to like 70%. It's sub-satisfactory, but what are you gonna do about it? I crafted myself some arrows. A guy shot at me. It was really kind of an ineffectual shot. It was half-assed. I could tell he didn't want it. There are players out there who want it, and you could tell that they want it, but he was kind of just like, meh. He threw like an arrow my way, and it was like sproing while I was fighting a zombie. And I was like, it wasn't worth recording, I don't think. So I was like, whatever. Let's keep going. This water tower over here looks interesting, though. I wasn't planning on this. What does this do? Aside from store hefty amounts of water. Hello, water tower. Do you do anything? Can I fill water up from you? Well, I can. Kind of. Maybe. Sort of. Maybe the use option is only available next to rivers and stuff. I thought the use option, like, appeared at some point, and then, like, later on you just had to, like, do it again. Down there is going to be where that... We are already here in this episode. I'm just letting you know. We were already here. We're trying to go northward right now, but for some reason I keep getting myself, like, cut off. North is this way because the sun rises in the east in this game, so at least you can use that as a positional. At the beginning and the end of the day, you can find your route by the direction where the sun is, so that's at least a plus. But I'm trying to go north right now. That's really all that I care about. I'm kind of tired of being on this side of the map, so I'm going to check the other side, and we'll see if anything good comes up. Worst case scenario is we log off and go do something. Ooh, there's a bunny right there. Let me see if I can destroy him. Oh, now he's moving. Oh, I almost got him. Heights. Oh, that one was really close. Damn it, bunny. How dare you make me work for my meal. That was way low. This bow is ridiculous. It's not even moving that much. Ooh, headshot. There it is. Boom. Headshot. Alright, so we got that down. The bunny has been defeated. The great enemy which we have all faced over the course of this adventure has been destroyed. And we shall take his meat. Wow, we got a surprising amount of meat off of that one. Not bad. Not bad. Does this stack? I feel like it should stack. I feel like we should have got 3 too because we hit him 3 times. But oh well. We are the Bunny Slayer. Look upon us, members of... I don't know, genus Rodentia? Is that what it is? Look upon us, beings of Rodentia, and be afraid, for we... There's a shadowy zombie over there. Oh, no, he has textures. There we go. Sometimes the zombies don't load their textures, and then, like, when you get closer to them, they're like, boink, and it just pops right back in. I think that I'm going to be interested in whatever that is over there. Ooh, let's go to the trailer park, actually. Yeah, let's go hit up the trailer park. We got a couple minutes left in the episode, and I'm excited about doing this, so let's go. We got this. We got this covered. Off we ride. I call this riding, even though it's mostly just walking. Because we're a rider. I don't know. I don't feel like that much of a rider right now. I haven't killed anybody in like a day. Most of the time, I just try and like... It depends who gets the jump on who. That's like the entire thing about this game, is if you have the jump on somebody, they're done for. If you don't, then, well, that's it for you. It sucks, but that's just the way she goes sometimes. We'll see what's in this over here, and once we get over there, we'll get back on it, and then maybe we'll end the episode. We've only got a couple minutes left anyways. So, there it is. That's actually a pretty fairly large... We may have already been here. I don't know. The map's actually not as big as you feel like it is. Like, seriously, it's not. It's not kind of like in... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like, for in DayZ, the map always feels very large, even though you know, like, exactly where you are. I, anyways, try not to transition zones because I know it's just going to be like a long-ass walk. In this game, you end up in a lot of the same locations, like, over and over and over again. It might be because I'm directionally, like, handicapped or something. I don't know. But it's worth taking a look around. People don't normally loot cars because they figure there won't be anything in them. Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you get lucky, not very often in my experience. It's been like 2 episodes of no loot for us, and it's been very, very disappointing. I'm actually a little bit disappointed, but I'm not even disappointed. I'm just kind of just like, well, this sucks. I should probably cook up this rabbit meat, too. I don't think you can burn it by leaving it. This place has already been hit. All the doors are open. God, this game. We'll use the campfire right now, though. Let's bow drill this thing. We'll get it going. That'll at least give us some food so that we can be out on the road and maybe get our energy back stacked up. Our hydration's a little bit iffy, but I can go blackberry farming in between episodes. It's not a big deal. All in all, I would stay away from the game for a couple more weeks. Just wait and see, because honestly, the loot is not there to keep the game interesting. Like, you're going to get bored really, really fast just because there is no loot. Even on low-pop servers, there's no loot anywhere. I mean, we got pretty lucky a couple episodes ago, and so I figured things were going to be a little bit easier, but I guess I must have just been kind of like close by while a server respawn happened. I don't know. Let me get... Oh, rabbit meat does a whole bunch too. Well, good. No, I don't want the rabbit meat back. Here, put it in the fire. Alright, well, it's good for later. I mean, hey. It's at least something, at the bare minimum. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a break for a little while. I don't know, I just want them to, like... There's a tarp. Never had a tarp before. I didn't even know that was in the game. Maybe it hasn't been hit. I don't know. I don't know if the loot frequency is just really, really low or what. It's just I have bad luck. Oh, there's boxes over here. I don't know. I think I'm losing hope right now. I'm becoming very sort of like cynical about the fact that we find anything. Because like in between each of these cuts that you guys are seeing, I'm playing for like 25 minutes and finding like nothing. Like no joke. There's nothing anywhere. The whole game is just like farmed out at the moment. So... Let me see if I can I do discovery with this stuff? I think it has to be in your inventory first before you can do discovery with it. I don't really care that much. Treasure chest over here. With nada inside of it. I don't know. Oh, there's some food right there. Just oh, 45 rounds. Yes, please. I don't mind at all. And then I'll take those for later too, although we don't have enough cloth right now to like make any of the things we want to make. Can I shred this? No. What do you do with a tarp? I assume you make like a rain catcher and some other stuff with it. It's probably like wood planks and like a tarp probably does it. Either way though, we need like to find a spot for some of this stuff to come with us. I also need to fill up some water. Really? You can make like a Molotov, I bet, if you take biofuel. We should try it actually. Let me see here before we end the episode. Take this animal fat and we'll craft it into biofuel. Oh, we have to be at a campfire. Okay, so you gotta render it. That's actually fairly realistic. That works for me. Let's go render the fat real fast. Alright, so we're next to it now. Oh, we have to put the ingredients inside the campfire? That's weird. Okay, so let's do that then. Inside the campfire. Make me good things. Now that we can make fire, we can purify our own water. We just gotta find like a body of water first. I would like to make a Molotov though. This is gonna be pretty bitchin'. I bet this is gonna be awesome. Let's find out. So we'll go with an empty bottle, a scrap of cloth. Oh, the biofuel doesn't work? Well, why not? No. We can make swizzle. We don't have any water right now. That's kind of like a required part of the whole swizzle equation. Oh, how is that? I hate fighting zombies with bows. It's mostly because I'm bad at it. That one got him in the throat, but unfortunately throats are sort of like non-vital for these guys. There. I'll just let him point blank me for a second. Obviously nothing can go wrong from this. Is there another one? I have no clue what's going on right now. It sounds like there's a zombie nearby, but I can't honestly tell you. I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of H1Z1. I will see you all later. Take care, everybody. I do.